This is this is another masterpiece by Hicks Uncensored. Young brother, and a very smart, intelligent brother. I love this brother. Got my coffee going on. We had um we had block parties in Harlem when I was a child, and we had block parties in the South Bronx. We were the original ones that brought rap to the world. I don't care what anybody says. I was out there when they would bring out their big speakers and their turntables, and guys would get up there and freestyle rap. And so rap came from the Bronx, man. I'm talking about modern rap. It came from the Bronx, man. Don't argue with me. Don't do it. And breakdancing and all that shit, it came from us, man. Oh, we were doing all that. So you know, uh, do I remember some violent stuff? Yeah, it was usually it was fist fights. It wasn't shootings and stuff like that. So I don't go to any of these things. Obviously, I don't. And So I've been out of the loop of a lot of things for a lot of years. I'm just going to work, going home, and hitting the gym, hitting the gun range, and fishing, hunting, stuff like that. I don't hang out really anywhere. So I was it yesterday? I didn't even hear about this. This was last year, Rochester, New York. I did not hear about it. Not that you're always going to hear about everything in New York State because I don't live in Rochester, but there was a block party with Negroes and the lower socioeconomic Negroes who throw these block parties, right? And they get there and they be doing all the rap music, and I didn't even, yeah, it's like I said, I don't go to these things. So these things are going on all across America, and Hicks show this young girl, the mother allowed her to go by herself, and somebody started shooting and she got killed and she's gone. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he showed the video. It's insane what goes on there, right? All these black women are twerking and grinding on people, and people are walking around drinking alcohol, and the that's exactly what happened in Rochester, and somebody out of nowhere shot and deleted two black women, and they injured seven other people, and they still haven't found out who these people are, right? I said to myself, they were targeted, you know? They were targeted. The narrators of these videos, they go by what other people tell them. The one in the Rochester video, she was 20 years old, and she allegedly had some job, I think at Target, and the other one was something else. And the narrator don't know these people. The narrator is going by what people are telling them. And the first thing I said was that they were targeted. And I think the police have come to this conclusion too, because and then they knew each other. So I'm not going to infer anything, but a lot of I won't say a lot. There are black women that will set up black men to get drugged and robbed or deleted. Yes, this is the thing in America. The ones that do it, they meet them on some sex site and talk about meet me at this room, and the guy leaves the room naked, or he leaves the room on a morgue stretcher. It's the truth. This has been going on for a long time, and the first thing that came to my mind was they were both targeted. Somebody found out that probably those two were setting black men up, and they got rid of them. Listen, I know my people. I'm not saying all. I'm saying in the lower socioeconomic group of our people, the really poor people, the people who come from a single mom household. Oh, did you know that some mothers teach their kids how to cook crack? And did you know that some mothers lead drug gangs, and they are the leader of their family drug gang, and the kids are selling crack for mommy? Did you know that? That's done in Mexico and other places. We have a very, very, very rich history of that, right? So I think that's what happened to those two, right? For all these YouTube channels who narrate these kind of stories, and they try to put an ultra spin on a lot of these people. You don't know these people, right? So Hicks Uncensored said that he played a portion of the last block party they had, and he showed this is what they're doing. They're twerking. People are walking around with alcohol. People are obviously smoking weed, and like he says, rival gangs are gonna come through, and somebody's gonna start shooting. And for the life of me, Chicago PD knows that this is going on. Why do they continue to give these people permits all over the country to engage in this disgusting behavior? Why do they do this? This is another good question of the day. Why? Anybody have an answer? And I love the way he called it. As a mother, you live in that area. That's why I love Hicks Uncensored. He ain't trying to give nobody no quarter. He did say, may the Most High be with her in the loss of her child. Yes, I agree with that. I'm not gonna, but outside of that, as a mother, you live in the community. Why did you allow your underage daughter to go to a party like this by herself? This is not parenting. This is not parenting. This is zero parenting at this point. I mean, seriously. Seriously. So it's, what is it, Jeremiah 3:8? The residue of this people, wherever I will send them, they will choose death instead of life. This is our people. You know that it listen, it didn't matter if there wasn't a shooting this year. Oh, there was a shooting last year. We are no longer giving permits anymore. You can't do this anymore, right? You have to you have to clean up your own communities, your own culture, and you have to also stop blaming the white man for everything under the sun, because you already know some pookie killed this young girl right here. You already know this. It wasn't a white man that killed her. It was a pookie shooting at somebody else. And you already know Pook Nug doesn't know how to aim. He just closes his eyes and squeeze the trigger. This is who I just. Oh, I feel sorry for this little girl. She had a horrible mother. She really did.